All right, fellas, it's time to do the picks. One man band, you there?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's run the show.
Okay. Oh wait, we're missing someone else. Who are we missing?
Ding dong! Hello.
Oh, it's you. Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the Few Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard, stealing Bailey's gimmick.
and that's
the one-man band, still the champ.
yeah. Look at that. Okay, yes. You listen to
Temporarily.
Ooh. You're listening to the TFS Pod, also known as the Few Show Podcast, number one show on YouTube, number one show in your heart, number one show in future cast members, show participants, if you know what I mean. Anyway, welcome. And what's up to Ric-Hard's co-worker? What's his name again? Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey, we got this. I'm going to win this for you, Jeffrey. So yes, welcome.
No.
Welcome to TFS Pod. This is the episode that we will be talking about the WWE Elimination Chamber 2021. Yes, it's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be on Sunday, the 21st. It's going to be a little bit different with the SmackDown matchup and the Raw one. So yes, we're going to talk about that. Our predictions. So. First off, we have to recognize, of course, our champion that won last event that we did for predictions, which was the one-man band. So, in that case, yes, congratulations, you did win the predictions that we did make. The predictions were so. Let's start off with this match. I just want to say this first. And this match, it was scheduled. Then it's we don't know, or maybe something happening, or they're going to change something. So we're going to do this prediction.
It's up in the air.
Yes. So we're going
to the official match. The official match is Asuka versus Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans, however, is actually pregnant, not just in storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So
not Ric Flair.
Changing it to. We're not going to open that can of worms. We're changing it to Asuka versus TBA with the potential that Lacey Evans gets replaced with someone.
Yes.
Because as it turns out, we did the research. Asuka has not defended her title since a while.
Wow. Yeah, man.
So yeah.
All right. So she's becoming a placeholder champion. Oh, Asuka. Anyway, so let's start off with our predictions. Challenge the one-man band. Since you were the champion, you won last time. You go first. I'm in second place, and Ric-Hard goes third, and that's how the rotation will go. So here we go. One-man band. The one-man band. Who do you have, Asuka or TBA?
Oh, okay. So before this whole pregnancy injection, I was almost certain that if Lacey Evans was going to be in the match, I felt like she was going to win. Because I felt like...
Really? That's a surprise.
Yeah. The reason being is because I felt like this was going to be a surefire ticket, that it was going to be her versus Charlotte. And it was going to have, the whole Ric Flair dynamic, and basically have Charlotte go over at WrestleMania somewhere or another. We'll have Charlotte, with another WrestleMania moment. But now that has seemingly been off the table,
yeah,
I have heard a few predictions as to who can possibly be the person that would take the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ones that I think would probably make some sense and might even work. I think it might be Rhea Ripley.
Oh
wow!
I think it might be Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley, as you guys remember, she should have had a WrestleMania moment last year.
Yes.
But, things happen.
But Charlotte doesn't lose the singles matches at Mania.
Exactly. So that's the thing. So Golden Childs, they get the good treatment. So, But my thing is if it is Rhea Ripley or TBA in this case, if she would win. And you know what? I'm gonna go on the limb and say yes. The TBA would win. So in this case, I'm gonna say it's Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley will win.
Ooh, good one. Okay.
That's bold. That is bold.
Yeah, bold.
It is.
Yep. Oh, that's very bold. Okay. But who knows? I mean, hey, you're the champ, right? But here we go. My turn.
Hey, I think he copied off a certain randomizer. I'm kidding.
No, you see, that's why this match was difficult to take off of our predictions list, because it's so interesting to be put TBA in there, and something like that happens. Like, oh man, of course. But I have a feeling that this match will not occur. I'm still that mindset. So in doing so, I'm going to still pick Asuka to retain the championship and not lose it. So that's my prediction, Asuka.
Asuka, okay.
Ric-Hard, who do you have?
All right, so I'm going to be honest. I had Asuka penciled in, and One Man makes a really compelling point with Rhea Ripley. I'm going to throw in a curveball here and say, how about we have Asuka versus Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match, in a two people who lost to Charlotte Flair individually at WrestleMania, involved in a triple threat kind of thing for the women's title.
Wait.
But for that to happen, I think Asuka's going to remain champion. So for this match, Asuka retains. That's my pick.
Okay.
Also for the points.
Well, for that to happen, the Rhea Ripley with Charlotte Flair and Asuka, I mean, this storyline has to be. I know that for casual fans, yes, we want to see something like this. But for the fans who just, oh, what's this? They will not know what's going on in this match. But okay.
I think the placeholder replacement for reference, I think it's going to be Peyton Royce. Lacey Evans comes out.
Lana!
Says she earned her title shot. No, not Lana. Not Lana.
Lana!
Lacey Evans comes out, says, I earned the title shot, but I can't, take advantage of it, so my tag partner is going to do it. Plus, they want to give Lacey Evans a singles push, so supposedly. So, we'll see.
All right, okay. All right, and then now we have the randomizer. Who does the randomizer have?
The randomizer ended up saying that it's going to go with Tomb's pick and say TBA is winning.
TBA.
It doesn't give a prediction of who TBA will be, but it's saying TBA wins. So we got a 2-2 split.
And also from the few members, we have Jfew who participated.
Oh, that's right.
And who does Jfew have?
Participated. Jfew said Lacey Evans, so we're going to pencil him in as saying TBA because fair is fair. Yeah.
All right, so there we go.
So it's actually It's actually for the tiebreaker 3-2. Lou, you and me are in the minority.
Yeah, look at that. Oh man, and I think that's how I lost last time, or didn't win it because I lost.
That's right. I'm in bad company.
Welcome. No. If this was 2020, you're in bad company. 2021, you're in good company.
We'll see, Lou. We'll see.
It's too early.
All right, let's move on to the less predictable matches.
Yeah, next match is going to be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the champs, versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for the tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Okay, so in this one, I go first in this one. And this matchup was set up on SmackDown. I'm guessing this was put in there to replace that Asuka and Lacey Evans match, which I think this will occur, not like the other one that I don't think will happen on the show. But in this one, my prediction is, guys, get ready. Hold on to your pants that are sitting on a chair somewhere else in another part of the room, wherever you guys are recording.
No
it's gonna.
You're misdirecting.
What? What are you talking about? I'm just saying Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain.
I knew it. Oh.
So yeah, I say the champs retain. I think that it's not going to change right now. That title picture for Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, and I think they retain. So, because do not do this. Do not do this Bailey and thing again with Bailey and Banks, where you win a championship, but yeah, you got to fight each other and stuff. Don't please WWE creative, please. So okay, Ric-Hard, who's your pick?
All right, so first off, I want to say Lana and Naomi say hi. Where's our title match? Because wow, talk about Raw not mattering in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
But I'm gonna say safe pick. Champs retain. I like what Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are doing. You know, the tailbone gimmick with Nia Jax. Oh, yeah. That'll keep going. So Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax retain. Simple pick.
Okay. All right. The one-man band, the champ. Who do you have?
So yeah, this one I feel like it's probably the most easily predictable one of the group.
Yeah.
And it's almost like not only do I feel like Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to retain, but it's almost like the writing's on the wall that having Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair teamed together. It's almost like a given that Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are going to descend in the match, and they're probably going to like go at it.
Yep.
And, and then that's going to cause obviously for Banks and Jackson Baszler to pin them, and Bianca and Sasha are going to obviously fight after it, and then Bianca Belair is probably going to be like, I challenge you for your title and blah blah blah, all that jazz. So yeah, Jackson Baszler retain, and that'll be that.
Yeah, to steal a line from Bianca Belair herself, with regards to the tag team with Sasha Banks, you don't even go here.
True. So true.
And the randomizer has...
Randomizer is going to be in agreement with us and say Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to retain. And for the record, we're all going to have a consensus pick here, because the experts is way in, and Jfew also says Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's very good. All right, so all the way through. Retain. Alrighty. Now, next matchup. Ooh, this is a good one. Next matchup. It's Bobby Lashley, the WWE United States Champion, with MVP, which I don't know if he'll be there because we do know that he did get hurt on a leg injury he has, versus Keith Lee versus Riddle in a triple threat match for the United States Championship. All right, Ric-Hard, who do you have?
Let me just start off by saying that I'm really glad that I get to pick first on this one, and then all the unpredictable matches I get like second or third picks on. Whew, man, thank goodness for that order. Sometimes it pays off to be the underdog and behind on points.
I guess, huh?
With that said, I'm going to go with the safe pick here and say Matt Riddle is going to probably take the pin here. Bobby Lashley retains. Keith Lee, whether or not he's there or not.
Yo, you saw that, right? You heard that, right?
Misdirection. There you go, Lou. I can do it too.
What a swerve.
I can do it too, Lou, and I can do it better. Bobby Lashley retains. Keith Lee's not going to be involved in the finish, so we're going to see Keith Lee versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania probably. But Bobby Lashley's my pick to retain. The Almighty is going to hold on to that title.
Okay. And the one-man band, who do you have?
All right, so nice swerve, by the way. That was a good one. Unfortunately, I don't see Pete Dunne saving friggin' Matt Riddle in this case. So there's no broserweights that are gonna be able to save Matt Riddle in this case. And Leo Rush unfortunately is not around either to be like Bobby Lashley. Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, it's an old throwback. But anyways, no. On a serious note, yeah, I don't see Bobby Lashley losing it because Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Business are still going strong. It's still compelling. I think it's smart to keep Bobby Lashley with the U.S. title through WrestleMania. I would love to see Riddle hold some gold soon, but I think his character doesn't need it at this point. He's still very compelling without it. So
yeah, I don't think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, I'm with you. Like whatever it is that I'm pretty. I have a feeling. I think what you're gonna say, but yeah, Bobby Lashley wins. He retains, and Matt Riddle's just gonna be like, bro.
I was gonna say Matt Riddle wouldn't make a good U.S. champion because I think the U.S. champ should be able to name U.S. presidents.
What's wrong with Harrison Ford? I remember him.
Harrison Ford.
That from my plane.
All right. So here we go. My turn. My pick. All right. This matchup. Oh man. One of my favorite wrestlers or champions, I could say, on NXT in recent years was Keith Lee. I enjoyed everything he did over there, and I enjoyed his climb. And even when he won both championships, the North American and the NXT Championship, so I was
for like a month.
yeah, and then he went up to the big roster, and man, he was doing his thing up there, and he's on Raw now. So looking at this matchup, right, I'm very excited to see what Keith Lee can show us, and in a big match like this, because it's a very tough matchup against Lashley and Riddle, and I just think that rise of Keith Lee, wow, it's exciting to watch, and I think we're all going to witness it on Sunday as we watch Riddle take the pin from Lashley. and Lashley wins.
Oh my gosh. Bro, poor Matt Riddle.
I can also swerve. Ric-Hard, I can also swerve.
Damn.
Man.
Bro.
Hey. And the Slammy award goes to Jesus. Man.
Oh man.
All right. So Lashley with the win.
Good. That was good.
And what does the randomizer have?
All right, so the randomizer is gonna pick that Keith Lee will be your new U.S. champion.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty well. That's pretty cool. And Jfew predicts that Matt Riddle will actually win.
All right.
We're in a very nice change of pace. Somebody actually picks Matt Riddle to win.
Yeah.
No swerve.
No swerve. Yeah.
No swerve.
So we got a nice spread here. I mean, I like to say the experts have made their pick, and then everyone else has picked the other people.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that turns out.
I can swerve too. Here we go. Next matchup. Here we go. It's an elimination chamber match. It's going to be Drew McIntyre, the champion, versus AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton versus Sheamus and Kofi Kingston. In this matchup, Sheamus will be the last one to enter, which we all know what that means. So the winner will be the WWE champion. So in this, who goes first? The one-man band. Who do you have?
All right. So this one was one that I was looking at, and I was like, man, this is going to be a tough one to predict. But by process of elimination, I can already look at Jeff Hardy, nah.
Yeah, that's safe. That's a safe.
Yeah, one man band.
Hardy,
I'm sorry. One man band. Before you say that, I want to remind everyone you listen to TFS Pod, and this is the second time I should have said it, but I didn't say it the first time. But yes, listen to TFS Pod, the Few Show podcast. We're doing our Elimination Chamber picks, and go ahead, the one man band.
All right. So what I was saying, safe bet, Jeff Hardy. Nah. As much as I love Jeff Hardy, no, I don't see it. Randy Orton, I'm almost 100% sure that there's going to be a fiend. There's going to be a fiend interference. Something about maybe the fiend might appear in his pod or something like that, and it might disappear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a feeling something like that's going to go down. And I highly doubt that Kofi Mania is going to run wild at like 2019. Mm-hmm. So I think Kofi Kingston's time as a WWE champ has passed as well. So that leaves AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling, obviously, Sheamus to me is the red herring because Sheamus, funny, red. Okay, but anyways, I feel like Sheamus is the red herring because he comes in last, like we were just talking about. He won that original Elimination Chamber to be last. And he's having that feud with Drew where they're now no longer friends. Quotation marks. I think because of that, I think Drew McIntyre is going to retain. Now, here's the thing. My heart wanted to say Sheamus because the fact that he was coming in last, mm-hmm. and because of the storyline, I pitched, you know how I like to think crazy long-term deals, and they never pan out.
No. We're still waiting for it. We'll say we're still waiting for them.
Yeah, we're still waiting for them, and it's probably going to be a long wait. But I started analyzing it, and I said it wouldn't make sense, in my opinion. It would not make sense to have Drew for Drew to lose the belt at Elimination Chamber. But then again, crazier things have happened. So, but at this rate, I'm just going to lock in. I'm going to say Drew McIntyre retains, and he moves on. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. All righty. Drew, the woman band picks Drew McIntyre to retain. All right, my turn to pick. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one because, man, Ric-Hard with his mind games that he plays before we do our predictions. Wonderful master at it. Look, he laughs. See, you know he knows. So yes, you'll know what I mean when he explains his pick. Yes, for this matchup, yeah, it's a tough one because I still think that I still feel that Drew McIntyre will be there, and I think he's the biggest draw out of all of this because I've been looking at every single person. I'm trying to think, okay, everyone goes to WrestleMania. They're gonna have some matchup against somebody, and I'm trying to find out who pairs with whom. And then we'll see that as our WrestleMania match. But then I started thinking, wait, there's one guy missing here, Braun Strowman. So he's not here. He's not in this matchup. So I'm gonna keep that for later on and that long term planning as the one man band has. So I'm gonna say that Drew McIntyre retains. So yeah, that's my pick.
McIntyre retains.
Yes. So, okay, Ric-Hard, who do you have?
All right, so as Lou kind of alluded to, yes, I have been laying the seeds there because I get the feeling that, one, I have two inklings here. I look at the field of competitors in the match, and I say to myself, there's nobody here that really looks like they could win. But I also get this inkling that Drew McIntyre is not walking away as champion.
Ooh.
For whatever reason. Now, I look at it and I say, it's not going to be Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton's got the whole thing with the Fiends. Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania. I'm actually inclined to say that probably Kofi's going to, at risk of being replaced again. probably getting attacked. But the only people that come to mind are Retribution, and you also alluded to him, Braun Strowman. Now, AJ Styles is a potential person to win that looks like they could be serious. Sheamus, he's last in the pecking order. He's coming in last, which is normally the indicator that when you're guaranteed the final spot, you're not winning. Almost 100%. That's what ends up happening. So there's that. So what do I think will happen? Because Drew McIntyre, if he's losing the championship, how's he losing it? Here's my prediction here. Someone gets attacked, probably gets replaced by Braun Strowman, and I'm thinking it might be Sheamus. Sheamus gets replaced. You put Braun Strowman in there, and then that sets up the fact that Drew McIntyre never got to fight Sheamus in the Chamber. Sheamus never got a title match, so you have that match for WrestleMania set. But in that case, I got to go against my theory here and say McIntyre retains.
Okay.
But I want to throw one caveat out there. I think we might see a cash-in following the Chamber match.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I get that feeling. But in terms of who wins the Chamber, Drew McIntyre. Have it penciled in. I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
McIntyre wins the Chamber.
Wait, you said with a pencil. I'm using a pen.
It's a turn of phrase, Lou.
Okay, I'm just saying. Just
pencils have erasers in case I want to copy someone's face. Right.
Alrighty.
I mean, in case I change my mind.
All right, you mean the Control CV portion of the pencil, the eraser?
Yeah. So I did put it in officially, so I'm gonna say it.
Okay. All right, randomizer.
It can only give me a bonus. It can only give me a bonus point, so I'm gonna say extra match gets added in. Miz versus McIntyre. Miz cashes in and wins.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Now, wait, extra point. We doing that?
Yeah, it counts as a bonus point if you put a cash in. That's how we did last time. It doesn't count as a negative point.
So we could all do that.
We could. Technically.
Oh, man. All right. Okay, so...
I mean, are you going to throw that out there? I mean, we all did predict McIntyre retains, supposedly. So, Lou, are you going to say there's a cash-in? One-man band. Are you going to say there's a cash-in?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, of course. I mean,
yeah, there's no downside. So, yes, of course, we're all saying cash-in.
I'm going to say yes because it just... I'm thinking about it, and I just don't see the WrestleMania cash-in. I don't see it. As much as I want to see it. I just don't think it's gonna happen. It's very possible, It's very possible that Miz could be a transitional champion.
Yeah. I do get that feeling. I do have that concern. Yeah. But I mean, Edge said it when he described the booking for when he first cashed in Money in the Bank. He said, "Why wouldn't you cash in after the champs weakened from a chamber match? Exactly. It makes no logic not to cash in." Exactly. So I say Miz cashes in.
So Ric-Hard,
there's another pay-per-view. There's another pay-per-view down the line. So yeah, transitional champ is a potential.
Mm-hmm.
So Ric-Hard,
that makes sense.
I want to tell your pencil, Jeff Hardy's champion. And then it gets cashed in by. And then gets cashed in by.
No. I specifically said Drew McIntyre wins.
All right. Okay. So that point you lose.
Drew McIntyre wins. Miz cashes in.
So that point you lose on that when you win on the Miz.
Oh no!
All right. So here we go.
You all said cash in also.
All right. And the randomizer. Yes. Who does the randomizer have?
Ooh, the randomizer is disagreeing with all of us and saying AJ Styles wins.
Ooh.
And very surprised. And AJ Styles is a strong favorite of mine, but I just couldn't see it. He's got that. He's got that, as I call the insurance policy on the outside.
Yes.
That big guy.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yes, almost. He's gonna almost win the championship.
When?
All right, and Jfew, who does he have?
Jfew says Randy Orton.
Okay.
So
they've gone to that. They've gone to that well a few times already.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Orton takes the title off of McIntyre. So
True. That's the thing, though.
And then it makes
yeah.
Fiend.
But Orton's not number 6, so it's not happening.
All right, so next matchup.
Everyone knows number 6 wins this.
Oh.
Number 6.
And the next matchup we're gonna have, it's gonna be the SmackDown one. It's gonna be Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan in the Elimination Chamber. And the winner will face the WWE Universal Championship match later that night. So, in this one, I go first. This is another tough one. The Jey Uso story we have there going. I'm not sure about that. I don't feel good about that one. Kevin Owens.
Lou, I don't envy your position.
Yeah,
I do not envy your position of going first.
I know.
At all.
Kevin Owens story we've seen, but we haven't had it's always been cheating that Reigns wins. So I think that I'm not even going to talk about Corbin. Not even Ginger Castro, otherwise known as Sami Zayn. Cesaro, really? No, we're not going to go there. Daniel Bryan, I thought they were going to do that big push. I was expecting it after Royal Rumble. Didn't get it. So I don't see that one yet. So I'm going to stick with Kevin Owens winning the Elimination Chamber and then facing Roman Reigns later on that night, the last matchup that we'll talk about. So I'm going to say Kevin Owens to win the Elimination Chamber. So we get
Kevin Owens, all right.
Yes, Kevin Owens to win for a big surprise on the next match. So, okay, next person to pick is Ric-Hard. Who do you have?
All right, so we're gonna do the process of elimination here, just because it really narrows it down a lot. Once again, I'm getting vibes that maybe somebody might get replaced in the match.
Ooh.
But I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna go to that well twice. The Raw match gives me that vibe a little more. But if there was going to be a replacement, I would say Seth Rollins attacks Cesaro before his match and inserts himself. But I'm looking at the playing field. It's kind of heel heavy already. So I'm saying the match stays as it is. A heel's not winning it. So Jey Uso, you're out. King Corbin, you're out. Sami Zayn, you're out. Kevin Owens, been there, done that. Daniel Bryan is there to put people over at this point in his career. I don't think he's going to get a shot. They don't want to distract from Edge. So,
what?
I'm going to say, and only because this fits in with Seth Rollins' narrative with him, Cesaro wins the number 1 contendership. He's been secretly, quietly. They've been somebody's. Cesaro's like that little seed that has so much potential that somebody's been secretly watering and booking, and they're like, yeah, just give him a win here, put a little bit of extra fertilizer, make him look good in the Rumble, but not win it. They just someone's patting the soil, watering it daily, maybe if we get the ducks in a row, everything will turn out fine, and this will sprout leaves and start looking good. Cesaro's road to WrestleMania looks like a match with Rollins. Rollins looks like he's in the role of putting people over now at WrestleMania. He did it with Owens, and Owens has looked a little bit more convincing since then. I think they're going to do the same thing with Cesaro. And in order to do that, have him win the Chamber match and lose to Reigns. Because based on what I saw on SmackDown, it looks like it's going to be Edge versus Reigns at WrestleMania. So, Cesaro wins the Chamber match. That's my pick.
Ooh, okay. And the one-man band, who do you have?
Man, so pretty much exactly what Ric-Hard said is what I had in mind, because I had been looking at the trajectory of Cesaro in the past few weeks, and like he said, the win here, sprinkle a win there, throw some fertilizer, give him a little bit of that WrestleMania 30 push, and it's a little 7 years in the making.
We had a setback with this big swing on King Corbin on SmackDown, but
Yeah.
No, what are you talking about? I saw it. He was swinging from commercial to commercial.
Yeah,
because Cole told me.
They started at 10 seconds before the commercial.
Because Cole told you, exactly.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. He's still strong. He's still very, very strong. So I'm not going to take that from him. But, it's like we said. Daniel Bryan, he's at this point, he's putting people over. He's not, I don't see him winning any more, major titles. King Corbin, no. Forget it.
Oh, yeah.
No. Sorry. On the contrary, as we've said, Cesaro has been really, coming up again. And then after I saw today, that program that, that they're basically teasing Cesaro and Seth Rollins, I have to go with you on this case, Ric-Hard, with Cesaro's going to win it. He's going to be the number one contender. And he's going to go against Reigns. But it's not going to be a clean finish. It's going to be, Seth Rollins is going to interfere. He's going to beat the crap out of him probably. And Reigns,
go on. I'll give my 2 cents later.
I'll hear it.
This kind of goes into the next match, so we'll hold off on it. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a clean finish. Reigns already looks cheap by not being in the chamber match and fighting whoever wins it.
Right.
Because let's face it, come on. He finishes. It's the same as a Money in the Bank cash-in. He just finished the chamber match. Now I'll wrestle him. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Right. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll say that Cesaro's gonna win.
All right. Control C. Control C. Cool.
For now.
All right. And the randomizer?
Oh, do I even need to say? The randomizer said King Corbin.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, the randomizer also predicted King Corbin to win the Rumble. So, I don't know what's going on there.
The randomizer has a thing for Corbin.
Yeah, hey, give him another run with the Money in the Bank.
All right, and Jfew?
There you go.
Oh, Jfew. Oof. Jfew is predicting that we're going to go back in time 3 months, and Jey Uso is going to feud with Reigns again. Yeah. That's a bold pick. That probably will not come true.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see.
That's the pick. Hey, that's the pick.
All right.
We got a pretty good. We got a pretty good spread here.
All right. And now the next matchup, it'll be Roman Reigns, the champion, with Paul Heyman, versus the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match winner for the WWE Universal Championship. So whomever wins it from the Elimination Chamber will face Roman Reigns in this matchup. Ric-Hard, you go first. Who do you have?
All right, so as I kind of alluded to with One Man Band, Cesaro's going to be beaten up from the chamber match. Reigns comes out. Match is happening. Cesaro slowly but surely starts to look strong. It looks like he might get it. Reigns looks like a weak champ as usual, with the cheap heel stuff. Maybe you have Jey Uso on the outside costing it, running interference. Maybe. I don't know if they'll go that route. They don't really have to protect Reigns on this one. I mean, come on. He just went through a chamber match. I think you could make it look convincing. But I think ultimately, I don't think Rollins involves himself in the match. I think Cesaro loses out of, fatigue, exhaustion, attrition, whatever you want to call it. Reigns wins. Reigns walks away. And then you have Rollins to close the night, curve stomp Cesaro on the mat, and say, yeah, you're a disappointment. What did you think was going to happen? This stuff. And that's how you set it up. You set it up just like that. Boom. Rollins versus Cesaro, locked in. Edge versus Reigns is what you set up for SmackDown, the show after. And there you go. WrestleMania is locked in place.
Wow.
That's my prediction.
So you said Roman Reigns wins.
Roman Reigns wins. Yes.
All right. And
spoiler.
now,
Golden Boy wins.
The one-man band. Who do you have?
So, what I was gonna throw out that since I said Cesaro was gonna win, I'm not gonna throw suspense. Roman Reigns is gonna retain, but the way that I think it's gonna happen is I have a feeling that as soon as Cesaro wins the number one contendership, I have a feeling Seth Rollins is gonna come out right after that, and is gonna beat up Cesaro. He's gonna curb stomp him, do the whole 9, and then Cesaro's gonna be too beat up and too, because Roman Reigns is gonna be the dastardly heel in this pay-per-view. He's gonna get little to no time. He's gonna maybe do like a Superman punch, spear, or whatever, and be done.
Does he do anything else?
His 5 moves of doom.
His 5 moves of doom, exactly. Like it's gonna basically be as soon as Rollins as soon as Cesaro wins the match, Rollins is gonna come out, is gonna beat the crap out of him, curb stomp him, and then Roman Reigns is gonna be the opportune predator, and is gonna do his 5 moves of doom. And I have a feeling that it's gonna be a near squash match. I don't think Cesaro's gonna get much of any offense.
Man, I just feel like that takes away so much shine off of him. But it does. I can also see it happening. I can also see it happening, and I'm just like, oh gosh.
And because that's just the way it is. Like they give a little bit to Cesaro, and then they just strip him away.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. Maybe. That's what I feel is gonna happen.
All right. My turn. All right, I know I picked Kevin Owens, and I'm like, wow. After hearing what you guys said, I'm like,
yeah, you better not turn it into. I think Cesaro's gonna know. Kevin Owens wins the chamber. Go ahead, Lou. Paint a picture.
So Kevin Owens in the chamber, and he says, "No, Cesaro, you can go in for me." No.
What is this? Come
Okay.
Lou, stay consistent. Like even WWE wouldn't install our intelligence like that.
No, Cesaro, you can take it. I can just picture that in my head. Like, hey, you know what? No, you go first, bro. You
know what? You know what? From one foreigner to another. Go ahead.
All right, bro.
So so yes, I did pick Kevin Owens, and I think that they will again torture us by showing us more of this matchup, which is just I think a placeholder kind of a deal. And I think Roman Reigns wins this match. And man, I wish I had a better storyline like you guys do. Damn. But no,
I mean your story's just as feasible, Lou.
No, it's not. I like your show better.
So.
I like your show better, but your show better. But but we also have to throw in the fact.
But don't you always say WWE hates their fans?
That was just about what I was just about to say. I always put in the factor of Vince and how Vince hates the fans and doesn't give us what we want, and they'll give us something like this, and then.
I'm not good.
So I but for the win will be Roman Reigns. He will win.
Yeah, that's my prediction. We're all in agreement.
Yeah.
All right, and
although I will say,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
Sorry. No, I'm just saying that I would love for that to pan out. Like, Cesaro, in fact, you know what? Like, I can just imagine like Kevin Owens, like his pod opens and he goes, "You know what, Cesaro, I'll open your pod. Go ahead. I'll lock myself in. You go ahead." I would crack up. I swear, that would be so funny.
And of course, Edge will show up in a corner of somewhere of the place, just to tease Roman Reigns. And because at the end of SmackDown, Cole said we'll find out who Edge will pick. He said something like that to that effect.
Actually,
which is
man, you know what?
Which is why I put that.
I'm inclined to say Edge spears to get back, because Reigns speared Edge on SmackDown. Edge spears Reigns to close out the night.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And say, hey, I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you for the title.
That's what I'm saying. That Edge will show up and spear him at the end after he wins the match, and then I'm challenging you.
Oh,
that makes more sense. Yeah, because that makes more sense with Owens. That does make more sense with Owens, because then you got to focus on that story. Too much happening if it's Rollins and Cesaro, unless Cesaro gets attacked before by Rollins, which that works out too. I guess it all depends. I think they could delay Edge spearing Reigns until next week's SmackDown, but they could do it on Sunday also. That'd be a cool moment.
It would be more impactful if you did it on the pay-per-view.
So that's my prediction.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns to win. And okay, now Randomizer and Jfew.
All right, so let's do Jfew first, because he's in agreement with us. Roman Reigns is going to retain, according to Jfew. So we got 4 people here saying that. Now the randomizer, let's remember, picked King Corbin to win the Chamber.
Wow.
And is saying that Roman Reigns will lose to TBA, which means, by that logic, the randomizer is saying King Corbin wins the championship.
Wow.
That is the official pick by the randomizer. King Corbin, your new WWE Universal Champion.
Heavy bold. That is newsprint bold.
That'll be the biggest swear. If they do that, that's just so that Edge can have an easy win.
Yeah, right.
The biggest swerve ever. It's just, Corbin's champ now.
He'll be like, this is for Kurt Angle.
I retired Kurt Angle, and I'm going to retire you.
So, one last question I want to ask is, what do you guys think Vince will do to piss off the fans?
To piss off the fans?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's gonna have Bad Bunny do another musical performance.